It was early winter when I heard the knock at my door. She entered with her hair down, messy, sort of, pristine clothing, and a smell of frosted cranberries. I had a gut feeling not to trust her from the beginning.
Wait, what? Morgan, we've been friends for years. You don't trust me? What? Oh, yeah, sorry, I was just daydreaming. Well, hurry up, we don't want to be late for first period.
Little did I know that this case would be my biggest one yet. In what way does the author's use of the word prison symbolize? Okay, class, remember to read and annotate pages 14 through 24 over the holidays, and have a good break. Thank goodness there's no more school. Honestly, they packed too much work on you during junior year. I think I'm gonna miss it. Said no one ever. How could you miss such a disgusting place? I like being busy, focusing on a thing I have to do. That's why I'm so attentive. I like thinking. You're honestly so weird. Hey, you chose to be my friend. So you'll miss everything about school? Yep, pretty much. The homework? Yep. The tests? Yep.
The teachers?
Yeah.
Walking practically 5 miles to every class.
It gets my workout in.
The people?
They provide an exquisite source of entertainment.
The lunchroom food.
Tastes better than my mom's cooking. Oh my god, you're actually the worst. Yeah. That's Miss Genadern's yard. Morgan, I don't feel too good about this. Neither do I. Miss Genadern? Darby, call the police. So you were walking home from school and you saw her shoes poking out from the fence gate? Yes, we slowly approached until she came into view. Immediately I could see that she was dead. All right, thank you for your time, miss. Wait, officer. I'm a bit of a detective myself. Maybe I could help find out who did this. Who did this? You think this was a murder? Miss Genadern was my next door neighbor. She bakes cookies for the entire neighborhood and shows people pictures of her cats. I have no idea why anyone would do this to her, and I want to find out. No one did this to her but herself. Suicide? That's not possible. She had a family and a boatload of cats depending on her. She wouldn't do this. Oh no, not suicide. Just an accident. Miss Genadern here died of a head trauma. She must have slipped on the ice and hit her head on the concrete path. It's winter now, and though there isn't a lot of snow, there sure is ice. Are you sure that's right? I mean, yes, it's winter, but there still are loads of leaves around. The leaves would have kept her from slipping. Maybe she got her head trauma from somewhere else. Not likely. You said yourself. There's no reason anyone would kill such a sweet old lady. But it didn't add up. There were too many leaves on the floor. She couldn't have slipped on ice. And there was something strange about the whole crime scene. Might have just been my weird instincts, but something wasn't right. And you said Miss Genadern was your mother. Oh, bless her soul. I always told her to get better gripping shoes. Excuse me, ma'am, but can I ask you a few questions? Listen, kid, this is a crime scene. You shouldn't be wandering around here. And I'm currently in the middle of some questions of my own. Wait, sir. Just a moment. Did you know my mother? Not too well. I live next door. So, what did you say your name was? Nancy. Nancy Genadern. And could you tell me a bit about your mother? Oh, well, she wasn't around much when I was younger. She was a scientist, you see. Best in her field. Really? Where'd she work? MacLeod Ideas. She worked on environmental sciences. Interesting indeed. Did she have any friends there? Or maybe enemies? She did have one friend. Melissa, I think her name was. Melissa Edenbridge. As for enemies, I'm not sure. Do you know if she's still in contact with Melissa? Oh, definitely. They're still in contact to this day. Thank you, miss. That'll be all. Of course. But just out of curiosity, why ask me these questions? I believe your mother didn't slip on ice, but was murdered. Oh dear. Does this information change any of your answers? I do recall her speaking ill of one of her co-workers long ago. Tony Michaels, I think his name was. Perhaps he was an enemy. Perhaps. Thank you for this information anyways. Of course. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Morgan, where have you been? Did you hear about Miss Jennider?
Yeah, it's really tragic. I was the one who found her dead. I'll be in my room.
Morgan! Ugh. Remember to tell your brother to turn off his computer. It's using up the electricity. Hey, Mo.
What's up, sister?
I see you're still playing mindless video games.
I see you're still solving mysteries.
How'd you know?
Oh, come on. I can see Miss Jennider's backyard in my facecam monitor. I know when you're snooping in a crime scene.
I'm not snooping.
You can't lie to your twin brother. You'd be surprised.
Mo, I need to use your computer. No way, I'm on level 39. Let me use it or I'll tell Mom you went snooping in all the Christmas presents.
Jeez, what happened to the holiday spirit?
That spirit died when someone committed murder in our backyard.
You're dark.
Hi, is this Melissa Edenbridge? Hi, I'm Morgan Nathalia. I was wondering if we can meet up sometime. I have some questions to ask you. Miss Edenbridge. Miss Nathalia. Or should I even call you that? You certainly don't look like a detective. I'm not an official one. Then why am I wasting my time with a child? Because your friend, Miss Jennider, very well may not have died accidentally. Wendy? She slipped on ice. That's the end of the story. Do you really believe that? That's what I was told. But what if she didn't slip? What if she was killed? If she was killed, I'd be wondering why a child was investigating her murder and not a police officer. Because the police think they have all the evidence. I think otherwise. Listen, ma'am, I'm just trying to get justice for your friend, and all I need is just a few answers. Fine. I don't see why not. When did you meet Miss Jennider? Wendy was her name. And we met at our first years at McLeod Ideas. We were the only female scientists there, and while others would see that as competition, we saw it as an opportunity for teamwork. When was the last time you spoke to Miss Jennider? We talked over the phone on Wednesday night. I asked if she wanted to grab lunch on Friday, the day of the murder. But she said she had a prior engagement. Do you know what this prior engagement was? No. Do you know anything of a Tony Michaels? Tony worked with us at McLeod Ideas. He was a true con artist. How so? He would steal the ideas of others, make fun of me and other female scientists. Wendy really hated him. She was the only one who called him out for his nonsense. One day he claimed her newest idea was his own, but she didn't back down. It was her idea and she stuck with her claim. Soon the board got involved and Tony was proven guilty. and fired. Haven't heard from him since. Do you know where I might be able to contact him? No idea. He's been off the grid since he got fired. Last question. Wendy Jennerdern's presumed time of death was 2:34 p.m. on December 21st of this year. What were you doing at this precise time? You don't think I killed her? I don't have all the facts yet, but an alibi would help your case. I was on a business call with my boss in my office. All right. Thank you for your time, and happy holidays. Wait. If Wendy was murdered, please bring her justice. I will. If only I can know what she had been doing on the day she died. Maybe it had something to do with her death. Maybe Nancy wouldn't mind if I took a look around her mom's house. Hi, Buttercup. Someone's here. For protection, Buttercup. We don't know who's upstairs. Who's there?
I swear I ain't doing nothing illegal, officer.
Who are you?
Hey, you ain't the cops.
And you ain't either. Who are you?
Tony Michaels.
You're Tony Michaels?
Yeah, who's asking?
Me. I'm investigating the murder of Wendy Jennerdern.
Murder? She was murdered? Why would they send a kid to investigate?
The cops don't believe she was murdered, but I do. I can also call the cops on you for trespassing.
Hey, I can call them too, you know. You're trespassing also.
Hardly. I happen to know Miss Jennerdern's daughter, Nancy. Given this is her house now, I'm not sure if there would be any press charges.
Don't call the cops. And put down that pan while you're at it.
Not until you answer some of my questions.
Fine. Shoot.
Why are you here?
You see, kid, back in the day, Miss Jennerdern was quite the thinker, and I was, well, quite the hustler. One of her ideas was too good to pass up, so I tried to claim it as my own. That stunt got me fired, and I work a fast food joint now. I came here to see if old Jenny had any more ideas before she passed.
You were trying to steal ideas from a dead person?
No one gets fame playing fair, kid.
Did you kill Miss Jennerdern?
Look, kid, I see why you would think that. And sure, I play a little rough here and there, but I ain't no killer.
Then what were you doing on December 21st at 2:34 p.m.?
Hey, you don't need to know that, kid.
Fine. Then I'll just call the cops and you'll go to jail.
I was backstreet gambling with a few of my pals.
Backstreet gambling? What does that mean?
Jesus, kid. Do you want to know everybody's business?
I am an investigator.
You're a kid with a notebook. Now, any more questions?
Just one more. Is there a phone number or an email I can reach you with?
I ain't got none. No, no way to reach me.
This is the 21st century. There's always a way to reach someone. And if there really is none, then I'll need your address.
No way. I ain't giving no kid my address.
Give it to me or I go to the cops.
And what'll you say? Yeah? They won't believe you.
They will when I show them the recording of this interview.
No.
I've had my phone recording this whole time. You leave, I go to the police, you get arrested. Unless you give me a way to contact you if any further questions arise.
I gotta admit, kid, you're smarter than you look. You need my address? It's the gas station on 3rd. Ask the cashier for Tony, and I'll be out in a minute.
Thank you. Now, stay put and don't leave the city until further instructions. Or I go to the police with the recording. Happy holidays, sir.
I think by now, all the happy's gone.
Wait a minute. This is Miss Jennerdern's study. At last, I discovered a new piece of evidence. Miss Jennerdern's daily planner. On the day of her death, Miss Jennerdern had scheduled a late lunch meeting with... This can't be right. Nancy Genadern.
All right, thank you for shopping at Macy's. Happy holidays. Of course, happy holidays.
Nancy Genadern.
Morgan, you scared me. On the day of your mother's death, you were scheduled to have lunch with her. You were the last person to see her alive.
I guess so. Never thought about that.
Then may I ask you some more questions?
Oh, of course.
Did she seem off? Not like herself?
No, I'd say she was perfectly normal.
Did you drive her home after lunch?
No, she drove herself home. Always independent, my mother.
I see. Was I not much help?
No, unfortunately. Not much.
What are you buying?
Just some last-minute gifts. Christmas is only 2 days away, after all. Oh, and some new gloves for myself.
What happened to the old ones?
I unfortunately ripped a hole in them. Oh, well, I best be off. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. None of it made sense. None of the suspects seemed guilty. None of the evidence added up. I was stumped. How could I solve a murder if I...
What's up, my gamer bros? Welcome back to Mo Games. I'm Mo, and today we're playing a new game called Zombie Slayer. Can you quiet down? I'm trying to solve a murder here.
Well, maybe it wasn't a murder. Maybe the cops were right. She slipped on ice and cracked her head open.
He's right, Morgan. Maybe it was just an accident. Not everything needs to be as dramatic as NCIS. But it doesn't make any sense. Why would she be so careless to slip on ice? She was smart enough to work at a science company for years, yet her downfall was ice. And the leaves! There were so many leaves. They would have kept her from falling. Or the leaves would have covered up the ice so she didn't notice it, making it easier for her to fall.
And just like that, everything clicked.
Mo, get off your computer right now.
You are the literal worst.
You said your monitor looks directly into Miss Genadern's backyard.
Yeah?
And Mom keeps nagging you to turn off your monitor.
Wow, thanks for bringing that up.
Shut up. I think I know where she's going with this. If the monitor camera was running at the time of her death,
then we have her death on video.
Here, watch.
She was hit over the head by a shovel. She was murdered.
Oh my god, I was right.
Gotta give you credit, kid. You were right.
I knew it. Now, I'm a little stuck on theories, but I have some solid evidence.
Any suspects?
Not really. Everyone seems innocent.
No one's ever innocent.
Well, there was Melissa, but she was in a meeting at the time of death. Then there's Nancy, but she was driving home, so she couldn't have killed her. Then there's Tony.
What was Tony doing?
I promised I wouldn't tell the cops.
A woman is wrongfully dead. It's not the time to make promises.
He was backstreet gambling.
What does that mean?
I don't know. He wouldn't tell me.
You didn't get all of the information?
He seemed innocent.
There are holes in his story, and he would have motive to kill her. You said it yourself. Miss Genadern got him fired.
But he said he wasn't a killer.
You'll learn quickly, kid. People can lie more convincing when they have a secret to keep.
But
no more buts. Tony Michaels is here by probable cause for arrest, and we will search his living quarters immediately.
I told you, it wasn't me. I never...
I suggest you don't speak until a lawyer is present.
Hey boss, I found something.
You said you hadn't seen Miss Genadern since you worked together.
I hadn't. That was taken while we were still working together. Please.
You two worked together in your 30s.
Yes.
Well, if I'm correct, Miss Jenadern was 63 at the time of her death. In this picture, it looks like Miss Jenadern could have been killed the next day.
I guess she didn't age well then. Yeah.
You're gonna have to come with us.
I guess it was him all along.
It just doesn't make sense. I swear he's innocent.
He deceived you. And that's okay. Everyone gets lied to every once in a while.
Morgan, you have to tell them. I'm innocent. I'm not the murderer.
This is all wrong. He didn't kill her.
But he lied to you. And the cops. He'll have a trial. And they'll just prove him guilty. That's the system. That's the way it works.
Unless you find proof that someone else did it, he's going to jail.
Proof. Why can't instinct be proof?
Because then, anyone could claim anything. Stupid crimes, stupid cases, stupid me. Morgan?
What?
Are you okay? Don't you have a game to play or something? Actually, I was wondering if you wanted to help us decorate the tree.
No thanks, not in the mood.
Morgan, it's Christmas Eve. You're always in the mood on Christmas Eve.
Well, not this year.
Hey, I noticed something on the video we gave the police.
What?
Come see.
What is it?
Just wait.
Who's that?
The killer.
You got the killer on camera?
Yes. And look, the killer, they just ripped their glove on the fence. See the killer's skin tone? It's too light to be Tony's. Shush. It's just too simple. Oh, and some new gloves for myself. What happened to the old ones? I unfortunately ripped a hole in them. No, it couldn't be. But it is. Well, who could be here? Miss Nancy Jenadern. Sorry to bother you again, but we just have a few more questions to ask. On December 23rd, you bought a new pair of black suede gloves at a Macy's store on 5th Avenue, claiming your old ones were ripped. Yes? You also claimed not to have driven your mother home after lunch on the day she died. Fortunately, our automobile scientist took a closer look into that, and found that you did, in fact, drive her home that day, right before murdering her. Correct? She was never there for me. Always off choosing her job over her own daughter. A well-paying job? Did it include a large inheritance? Maybe. Nancy Jenadern, you're gonna have to come with us. You're under arrest for the murder of Wendy Jenadern. I don't get it. Why would you give me all that information just for me to use it against you? I don't know. Gain your trust? Throw you off my scent? Yeah. And how'd that work out for you?
I told you I wasn't no murderer, eh?
I believe you. I just have another question.
Don't you always? What's up, kid?
The picture. You did keep in contact with Miss Jenadern. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you were snooping around for inventions when I saw you at her house.
You really are a smart kid. Yeah, I kept in contact with her.
But why?
Some people, they're just worth it, you know?
So why were you in the house?
Something you'll learn later, kid. You don't get to know everything, you know?
Morgan, wake up, it's Christmas!
I know, okay? You don't have to scream it.
But I do.
And for some reason I'm the weird twin. Morgan, Mom's gonna get us some eggnog before we open presents. Is something wrong?
What?
Oh, no, sorry. It's just this one present. It's new, and I don't know where it came from.
Well, go on then, open the present.
Well, first there's this note thing. Dear Detective Nathalia, thanks for bringing justice to Wendy. I think you two would have gotten along. Here's some things you may need for your next mystery. Melissa Edenbridge.
Strange. Well, now I really want to know what's inside. Open it. Well, what is it?
Something you'll learn later, kid. You don't get to know everything.
Oh my gosh, you're the literal worst.
I know. Come on, let's open some presents. And just like that, the mystery was over. But when one thing comes to an end, another one begins.